Brother Rob. Thank you so much for having me.
Hello, welcome, my friend Yasin. Are you a Muslim, brother?
Yes, I'm a Sunni Muslim, right?
Okay.
That means Quran and Hadith,
Yes.
hand in hand.
Okay.
Okay, now yes, we're going to talk about the suckling, and I'm agreeing that they could have made reference to maybe 5 sucklings, 10 sucklings, but there was a reason why there was this thing called suckling, sir. With all due respect, I see you seem very educated, very knowledgeable. So please tell us what was the reason for the suckling to take place, sir.
Yeah. The story goes like this: that the wife of Abu Hudayfa, I'm not sure if you're trying to test me or test my knowledge. You should never do that, brother, because it will backfire.
I know you know the answer, but the thing I'm trying to prove is you hiding the answer away.
No, I'm not hiding. I don't hide. I'm not. I'm like you. No,
No,
just a second. Stop accusing me of something, or I will
so
send you
that
to
if
Mecca.
if they have
Buddy.
feelings for that
Stop
woman
talking. I'm
by the
talking.
suckling, that
Stop
means
talking.
that person becomes the
Stop
child.
talking. Shh. You're falsely accusing me of something. I'm not your prophet, and do not confuse me with your scholars. I am giving you a platform as a guest. Behave, or else. Okay. Listen carefully and do not interrupt me. You interrupt me one more time, I will send you to Mecca. Okay. I pinky promise you that. Again, I don't hide anything. I've talked about this topic a gazillions of times on my YouTube channel and TikTok. And here is what happened. The wife of Abu Hudayfa had the husband and the wife, they had a adopted son called Salim. Okay, Salim. Abu Hudayfa, so the husband, the adopted father of Salim, was a little bit jealous. Adoption became haram. Adoption because of Muhammad lusting after Zainab bint Jahsh, and he lusted for his daughter-in-law. Therefore, adoption became haram. It became unlawful. Adopting a child. So automatically, Salim could not be called their son anymore. So what happens is, the wife of Hudayfa goes to Muhammad, and she says, Ya Rasulullah. And even here, Abu Hudayfa is mentioned here. Look. Okay. Ya Rasulullah. Ya Rasulullah. My husband. And she tells her the story about Salim, and here is Salim as well. Look, it's on the screen. How am I hiding? What is this? So Muhammad says, suckle him. But Ya Rasulullah, he's a grown-up, he has a beard. Suckle him. I know he has a beard, but suckle him. And Muhammad then starts to laugh. I know he's a grown-up man and with a beard, but suckle him. So we are not hiding. That's what happened. Then what happens is, afterwards, to finally give you the answer, Aisha took this, and it became her madhab. And she was suckling any man who wished to enter her house. And she commanded even her sisters and even the daughter of their sisters to do the same. But the other wives of Muhammad did not like the idea, so they did not do it. And they did not follow the sunnah of Muhammad. And look, read with me. Salama said to Aisha, Salama, the wife of Muhammad, said to the other wife, in this case, the baby bride Aisha, a young boy who is at the threshold of puberty comes to you. So there's a young boy who always comes to Aisha. Now let's see what Aisha does. I, however, says Salama, so who's talking? Salama. I, however, do not like that she could come to me, that he could come to me. For what? For suckling. Whereupon Aisha said, Ya Salama, don't you see in Allah's messenger a role model for you? So in other words, why don't you follow the sunnah of our prophet, of our husband, who commanded the woman to suckle? So here we have wife number one.
Right.
Just a second, brother.
Right.
I'm not finished. Hold your horses. Do not interrupt. When I'm done, I will tell you I'm done. So Aisha tries to rebuke Salama, the other wife, and says, don't you see Muhammad as the best example, as a good role model for you? She also said, Aisha said, the wife of Abu Hudayfa said, Ulala ya Rasulallah, Salim comes to me and now he's a grown-up person. And there's something that rankles in the mind of Abu Hudayfa about him. So because of the annulling the annulling of adoption, Abu Hudayfa became jealous. He's not their son anymore, so he's getting jealous that another man enters the house where his wife, the wife of Abu Hudayfa, is. Whereupon Allah's Messenger said, suckle him so that he may become your foster child, and thus he may be able to come to you freely as your son. Is my answer good enough? Go ahead. Go ahead, buddy. You there?
Alhamdulillah, perfect.
Alhamdulillah to the 10 sucklings, yes.
Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Right. Okay. So we on that note that you are an honest person, right?
Honest or dishonest?
I think.
Wait. Honest or dishonest?
No, you're very honest. So
Thank you. You see, first you called me dishonest, and now I'm an honest. Yay! I'm an honest Christian. Yay! Hey! I'm now honest. Finally, he agrees that I'm not dishonest. Hey! Okay, go ahead.
Right. I retract my statement. I take it all back.
Thank you.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now the fact that you brought that to light, sir, that tells us that there was a reason why the suckling came about. Even his wives didn't agree with him, right? And they didn't have to agree with him. He didn't force them to actually participate in it. But it was something that was made to prevent something from happening. That was like, the lusting of someone. And the fact of the suckling meant that you'd have to look at that person as the mother and child. So obviously it takes away that, that fact of wanting to be with that person in that sense. So in that defense, there was a reason why we had the suckling, sir.
So you're okay with the fact that if you want to follow the Sunnah of Muhammad and the madhab of Aisha, you're okay with the idea that, let's say, your friend comes to your house, or maybe the cable guy, listen carefully, maybe you have a problem with the cable, the TV stopped functioning, it's not working anymore, you can't watch UFC or any sport game, or even, a baseball or any ball game. So the cable guy, before he can enter the house, and if you are married, or maybe your mother is there, or maybe your sister, or even your daughter, right? A beautiful 16 or 18-year-old daughter that you have, that you need to force the women in your house to suckle this cable guy with a big beard maybe, or a big mustache, before he can enter 5 times on 5 different days. You okay with the idea?
Just to be clear, sir, the hadith made reference to a foster child, someone that they took in as their own. So it wasn't just any random stranger that came to the house.
No, that's a lie. That's a big fat lie. You're lying. Don't lie, brother. I told you, because you called me dishonest the first time. Then you took your statement back and said, Rob, you're honest, because I will barbecue. You should know, you're talking to the Rob Christian. This is not about foster child. This is about the fact that Aisha herself, whenever a man, look, this is your book, right? Have you ever heard of Ibn Ashur, the giant Maliki scholar?
No, sir.
Okay. Let me educate you then. It's good that we Christians can teach you your own books. Look, Tafsir al-Tahrir wa al-Tanwir. This is tafsir for the Quran. This is tafsir for the Quran. Okay? By Ibn Ashur, volume 4. Look at this. Surah An-Nisa, page 297. Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, 23 of the Quran. وكانت عائشة أم المؤمنين إذا أرادت أن يدخل عليه أحد الحجاب أرضعته وذلك من إذن النبي. Translation: if Aisha, the mother of the believers, wanted a man to enter upon her, she did what? She breastfed him. Do you see it? Let me make it bigger. Maybe it's not big enough. She did what? Any man who came to see her, maybe for questions. So my question is simple. Why did you just lie?
Are we comparing the Aisha, right, to like the rest of the women? Okay, first of all, that's
no. You need to answer my question, buddy. No, stop jumping. I ask you a clear question. I want an answer. Why did you lie the first time? You lied,
fine.
And I just corrected you.
All right, thank you for correcting me, sir. I'm like.
So you're taking your statement back for the second time, right?
Right, let me take the statement back for the second
Beautiful.
time. Right? But the third one, I'm going to get it right? We're going to hit
Beautiful.
The third one
3 times is a charm. Guys, 3 times It's a charm. Okay, go ahead.
So the third one, right? Most of his wives didn't do the practice that was followed, right? Only Aisha followed it, right?
Okay.
So I do have that choice of doing it or not doing it. I do know that there's no consequences for not doing it. So I don't have to participate in it.
Okay.
Especially in modern day times. So
Are you done?
yes.
Okay. But here it says this is by the permission of Rasulullah. So was your Prophet wrong? And was Aisha wrong for doing it? I challenge you to say, just second, just second. I challenge you to say, my Rasulullah is wrong for giving her the permission, and Aisha is wrong for practicing it. And this is called by your scholars madhab Aisha. Adult breastfeeding is the expertise. It's the Islamic jurisprudence of Aisha. You know what the madhab is, right? So was your Prophet wrong for becoming a youth, for allowing Aisha to do it? And was Aisha wrong in not only her doing it, but ordering her own sisters and the daughters of her sisters? A huge group of women did it. I know that the other wives did not like the idea, but who is wrong and who is correct? Let us go back to the hadith. Look what Aisha said. Look what Aisha said to Salama. If you're honest, you're going to give me an honest answer. Aisha says to Salama, Aisha's talking, said, don't you, Ya Salama, see in Muhammad a good example, a good role model for you? So who is wrong, who is correct? Go ahead.
Right, I'm correct. So she actually encouraged people, from what I see, Aisha.
So Aisha encouraged women to breastfeed adult men and young boys, right?
Right.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. And in the other wives that didn't do it, there was no justification to them. They weren't brought to a recollection. The Prophet didn't tell them what they were doing was right or wrong. Neither did Aisha intervene, right? So they were left alone.
They were left alone. So my question is simple. Was your Prophet wrong for ordering women to suckle adult men with beards? And was Aisha saying that you should follow it? Please answer.
Absolutely not. And,
so Muhammad and Aisha are absolutely wrong, right?
No, sir. Absolutely not. They were.
So the other wives that wait. So here we have. Let me type it out also. Here we have the wives, the other wives, versus Aisha. Pay attention. The wives, the rest of the women versus Aisha and Muhammad. So who is wrong? Who is right? Were the wives, the other wives of Muhammad, right? Or was Aisha and her husband, your Prophet, right? Both cannot be right or wrong. One of them must be right, the other one must be wrong, right? So I want you to be honest. Who is right? Your Prophet and Aisha, or the other wives who refused to take out their breasts and suckle the grown men and young boys of Mecca and Medina? Go ahead.
Okay, so there is no hadith that gives us an accountability between the three.
I know that there is no such hadith, but I want you to tell me the truth. Be honest with me, because remember, my name is Rob Christian. Okay, who should you follow? Listen. Who is the best example? Muhammad or the wives of Muhammad?
Muhammad.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the answer. Continue.
Right. Yes, he gave that wahi, so it was an instruction given to him, right? A very simple instruction was also given to him, right? The 5 daily namazes. But if you have to look at the modern day Muslims, right, please show me one proper Muslim that's actually got everything worked out for themselves in revolving around the 5 daily prayers. So that is such an impossible mission. Do you really expect a Muslim to accept something like this, where their belief is not even solid enough to hold a foundation, to take a question like this? Do you really think that the Muslims are in that capacity, sir?
Well, I think if you are a true practicing Muslim who needs to follow Muhammad to the dot on the I, then yes, you should command your wife right now and your mother and your sister to suckle any man who enters upon them. The cable guy, the taxi, let me finish. The taxi driver, the guy who brings the milk. Maybe you have someone who brings you the stuff from the store or whatever. Any man who is not part of the family, who is not a mahram, right? He must suckle, if you want to follow the sunnah of the Prophet and the madhab of Aisha, the mother of the breastfeeders. Yes, as a true practicing Sunni Muslim, you should follow the madhab of Aisha and the sunnah of your Prophet. Yes, command your wife, command your mother and sister, if you claim to be a Sunni Muslim who follows Muhammad to the dot, the sunnah of the Prophet, yes, you have to command the mothers and the sisters and the daughters in Islam to take out their breasts, the melons, and do suckle them. But brother, he has a beard. Suckle him. That's my answer. Go ahead.
Right. Accepted, sir. Now, you made reference to virgin girls doing this, right? Now, a virgin girl would not be able to produce milk. And the word virgin
just
girl
a second. Just a second.
specified.
According to your scholars, yes. This is the view of Malik.
Right.
Look, it's on the screen. Just a second.
Okay.
Just a second. This is the view of Imam Malik, Imam al-Shafi'i. Look, read it with me. This is islamqa.info, by the way. Salafi website. This is the view of Imam. Just a second, brother. Just a second. Even virgins who never had intercourse, even virgins, look what it says. The majority of scholars, Sunni scholars, think that women's milk that has consequences does not necessarily have to result from intercourse. And even virgins can give milk. This is the view of Imam Malik. I challenge you to say Imam Malik doesn't know what he's talking about. Imam al-Shafi'i, Imam Abu Hanifa, and also the Hanbali scholars who saw it as more correct, like Imam al-Mardawi and the giant Sunni scholar Ibn Qudam al-Maqdisi. So should I listen to you or your top scholars? Go ahead.
Listen to them, sir. They know what they were saying, right? They obviously practiced this. They got experience in it. But now let's look at the word virgin girl, sir. We can't shy away from the fact virgin girl could mean even a 25-year-old girl that's still a virgin is called a virgin girl. So it's not specified to prepubescent girls or children, right? So we need to broaden the word virgin girl firstly, yeah?
Have you ever been to school, brother? Did you go to school?
So if she's 25 and she hasn't had intercourse, what is she called?
That's not the question. The question is, wait.
She's 25.
Just a second. Wait a second. Hold your horses. Did you know that science agrees with your scholars? Science, modern day science, says, yes, it's possible that some women, I'm not talking about all women, focus. Yes, science agrees that some women who have maybe some thing or two happening in their bodies, that some women, even virgins, can produce milk. So yes, science agrees with the modern day and classical scholars like Imam Malik, Imam al-Shafi'i, Abu Hanifa, and the Hanbali scholars like al-Mardawi and Ibn Qudama. And let me give the link to the audience in the chat so they can bookmark it and save it. What are we going to do now? Listen to you, to science, and the scholars, or you, nobody who is on TikTok. Go ahead.
Then we're going to come to the point of the reason of the action of the suckling. So basically, the point I'm trying to make is whether she's a virgin girl, whether she's a prepubescent girl, even if she's not producing milk, just the action of the suckling would suffice to make that person your foster child. So just the action of actually doing the suckling would suffice rather than just having the milk itself, right? So even if there is no milk in the wherever, just the action of it should suffice, basically.
Okay. On 5 different days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're okay. I want you to now to be honest. If you call yourself a true practicing Muslim who follows the best role model, the best creation, the pattern of conduct himself, according to the Quran and the Sunnah, and all the scholars agree. If you want to follow Muhammad to the dot, would you command your wife, the mother of your children, for example, to take out her breast and suckle any man who wants to come to your house? Be honest.
I hope I do not get banned for this, right? But in the sense that if I am following the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as is, it is what it is. So I'm going to have to follow the instruction. How I feel about it is rather irrelevant. So yes.
Now you're finally admitting that you're going to command your wife, the beloved wife of yours that you love dearly, and the mother of your children, to become a dayuth, to become a cuckold like Muhammad, knowing that you are forced to become a dayuth, a cuckold like the Prophet, and you're going to command your beloved wife, the mother of your precious children, to take out her breast and suckle grown-up adult men with beards?
Well, if they have a crush on her, of course, yes. If it's gonna prevent
Repeat that part. I did not hear you. Of course, what? Of course, what?
No, if it's gonna prevent the relationship from happening, definitely, sir.
Definitely.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
110%, yes,
Thank you. Finally, an honest Muslim. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me, brother, I'm saluting you for your honesty. I'm so happy that we have an honest Muslim. It's not, it's a luxury to have an honest Muslim like you.
No, you bet I'm going to do that. So if I'm going to prevent the
You hear it,
relationship
guys?
from happening and having an agile or lad coming out from that relationship, so be it, sir.
Wow.
If this is going to give me peace of mind late at night and I know my wife is not going to cheat on me, so be it.
Okay. Beautiful, brother. Beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy, Actually, I will ask you to follow me. Follow my YouTube channel, follow my TikTok account, because I love to have more conversations in the future with you. I salute you for your honesty, brother. Finally.
I am,
What do you want to tell us more about your religion, brother? This beautiful religion of yours.
I'll never throw my prophet under the bus.
Beautiful.
But thank you for having me, sir.
No problem. Can I ask you a question, my friend?
Right?
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
I have a question. So you're now that you just said you're okay with milk, can you describe to me how Aisha looked like? How did Aisha look like?
Okay, so based from the hadith, she was 9 years old when the marriage was consummated, and she was about 18 when the Prophet passed away. We know she didn't get married after that, right? She passed
That's not
away
my
in
question, brother.
60s.
Just a second. That's not my question. My question
Okay.
is physically. I'm asking about the appearance. How did Aisha look like according to your scholars?
A child.
She was a child. Okay. And how can you just give us more description?
She was 6 years old when the Prophet married her, and he waited 4 years until she was 9 to consummate the marriage.
3 years. Do not lie about the Prophet, brother.
Okay, I'll accept the 3 years, no problem, right? So he waited 3 years until he consummated the marriage. She was a child in her teens, and then she lost him.
A 6-year-old is a teen?
No. By the time the Prophet passed away, she was a teen.
She was 18 when he passed away, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. When Muhammad consummated the marriage at the age of 9, did she reach the age of puberty?
No, sir.
She did not reach the age of puberty?
No.
Okay. Since you have to follow Muhammad, would you be able, if you have a daughter, would you give your prepubescent daughter to any man who comes to your house and you want to follow the Sunnah of Muhammad, who did that? Would you give your daughter that is prepubescent to a man knowing that he's going to have intercourse with her?
If it's going to be on the basis that he's going to give her the life that I unfortunately may not be able to give her at that time, which I know is wrong to have a child in a situation like this, but under the circumstances, if he can give her the stability that I can't give her, unfortunately give her the life that I will not be able to give her, then by all means he's going to have to take her.
So you're going to give your precious daughter, who is prepubescent, who did not have her menstruation yet, to another man, knowing that he's about to penetrate her before she started to bleed. You're okay with that because you have to follow the Sunnah.
And knowing that he's going to give her the life and educate her and feed her, clothe her, and do the stuff that I can't do for her on those bases, solely on those bases, yes.
You hear it? Yes. So even knowing that she's prepubescent, she did not bleed yet between her thighs, you're going to hand her over to a man. Maybe you have a difficult time raising her up. You don't have enough money to put on the table. You're going to give her, let's say, to a 50-year-old man or even 54-year-old man, knowing that he's going to penetrate her, but he's going to buy her maybe a beautiful purse or maybe a beautiful baby dress. You're okay with that?
Okay, well, not limited only to the beautiful purse or the baby dress, right? But give her a house, like a future. an allowance, he'd have to obviously not be any Tom, Dick, or Harry from the street. So it's going to have to be like, someone that is financially stable, someone that's got a good background, that,
Exactly. That's very
you have to
important.
look
Yes.
at things like that. But yes.
Yeah. So it's very important, to do that, but it's not important to take as a father. You claim to be a father. You don't care about her being mentally and physically ready, but you care more about that he's going to buy her a house, he's going to pay for her food, he's going to pay for her, maybe if he allows it, and pay even maybe for her kindergarten. Lord have mercy. You're okay with all this, man, right? As a father, you're okay with this.
If he's putting in a 5-star private kindergarten, then damn, hell yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying my best, brother. I'm going to be honest to you. I'm trying my best to take you as a human being, because I'm going to be honest, for me now, and any Muslim who agrees with you, you're not a human in my eyes. You're a dirty savage, an animal.
You see, that's the problem now.
And I'm not trying to, just a second, brother. Just a second, allow me to finish. I'm not trying to disrespect any true animal in the process, but for me, you are a savage, an animal, for allowing this to happen to your own precious daughter. Childcare should come to your house immediately. You're a danger to society. You're a danger for your daughters. You should be taken care of, buddy. This is not good, man.
Country, correct? That's absolutely correct. So that's in a Western society. That's in a secular world. I'd never be able to do stuff like that, right? That would be insane. But now we're looking at places where the Sharia law is the law that's the law of the country. And if I were to do something like this, I'd not get the reaction from you that I'm getting from you now. I'd get the total opposite reaction.
I'm being honest. For me, no. For me is I'm a father of 2 beautiful children, right? If I see a man like you doing what you're doing, and you allowing this to happen to your precious daughter who's prepubescent, if I see a man, let's say I'm not even my own daughter or son, if I am passing by, let's say, a kindergarten, they are playing outside, or a play field of children, a daycare, and a grown-up man with a big beard, a Muslim man maybe, like you, who approaches the children and he wants to even lift one finger and touch a child, I will run like Usain Bolt, that golden medalist. I will run my ass off and stop him and give him a citizen arrest, at least. Depends on in what kind of mood I am. If he's unlucky, I will put my fist in his mouth. That's what I do. But you, wait.
No,
but you,
just a
second. But you are, sir, you are not a human being. You are an animal for agreeing with your prophet. You're an animal, and I'm not trying to insult any real animal.
Does it make you less of a person?
Ya hayawan ibn hayawan.
No, you honestly tell me that it makes you an even bigger animal, correct?
Yeah, correct. Okay, guys, enough with the fun. I can't take more than this, guys. You see, guys, this is a proud Sunni Muslim. He came up, guns blazing. Rob, you lied. Then he agreed with me, and then he called me a liar for the second time. I'm so happy that it's recorded. Then he took his statement back for the second time. Then finally, when I showed his own books, finally he came out clean, and he agreed that penetrating little prepubescent girls is okay, and he is even willing to give his prepubescent girl to any man who comes, just to follow the sunnah of this animal, false prophet, this savage Muhammad, the cave mentality of these Muslims, guys. You see how dangerous practicing Muslims are? Do you see how dangerous true practicing Sunni Muslims are? And this is, by the way, Shia as well. Shia have a different idea, but they say, 9 or 10 years, still a child. Some of them said it's 10 years. If you cannot penetrate her, if your wee-wee is too big, you are allowed to do mufakhada, right? But Sunni and Shia Islam both agree. Guys, if you are a father and a mother, your parents, you know what to do whenever a true practicing Muslim approaches you or your child. You know what to do, right? I'm so happy that this is recorded.